Alright, what is up YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to do the start of a series that I have planned. The series is going to be where we kind of just go over every pal that's in the game and do a good look over on them and see if maybe they're worth your time, let you know the good things about them, maybe the bad things about them, if I think they're good, and ultimately the goal of these videos is for you to decide if you think that these are good pals or not. I didn't want to start off with something, I guess, on the more boring side, like Lamb Ball. So today we are starting off with Arsox. That's how you say his name, I think? Arsox. You know, that's how we're going to say it. If that's not it, eat me. Arsox's pal deck says, in ancient times, carnivorous pals pursued them relentlessly. The absurd fury and the cries of Arsox transformed into a raging inferno, which has been passed on to this day. My reading's not the best, guys, all right? But, so Arsox is the flaming ram is how I'm going to describe him. He's really cool. He has a really good partner skill. This can be a mount, which is a really amazing thing. It's probably his best thing, honestly. But his cool perk is that it keeps the rider warm in cold environments. Okay, so right now we are here in the winter, the wintry biome, and if you take Arsox, you're still gonna want, like, obviously a torch helps you, the right gear helps you, but you are able to go here a lot earlier because of his ability to stay warm. Typically this can be a very harsh environment for people starting out in the game, and you'll see a lot of death from just freezing. So you don't want to have that happen. So Arsox's ability of being able to keep you warm is magnificent. Some other things that we want to talk about is that he does have some pretty decent abilities. When you're riding him, he has this like basic charge that pretty much stays with him throughout his levels. Obviously you can change these out, but I have a Flamestorm ability on my Arsox. And then I believe this is also the Flame Arrow. Yep. So Arsox is a fire type, obviously, and one thing to be noted is that fire types currently right now are the quote-unquote strongest in the game, and the reasoning for this is because they are the only type in the game that are strong against two other types. Every other type has like a weakness and a advantage. This fire type has two advantages and only one weakness. So because of that, people are kind of classifying fire as the strongest in the game. So Arsox is going to give you that fire advantage as well, but other than riding him, he doesn't have anything super duper special about him. Like, obviously he can traverse very well. He's not the fastest. The one that I'm on does not have any stats down here. He doesn't have any passive skills. So if you found one that had runner or swift, that way you can make him faster and have more stamina. There's a lot of ways that you can make Arsox really good. You could have a passive skill down here that makes him do more fire damage. Ultimately, you can swap out more fire moves if you want. So Arsox will be, I mean, honestly, any fire type or any type in the game, you can have whatever abilities you want. So you can always customize him to have the abilities that you'd like. The Blazing Horn, the Rush ability, it's not bad. I think it's, in my opinion, probably my least favorite of the charges in the game, though. It just isn't as deadly in my opinion, but I also haven't used him in too much fighting. Other than riding Arsox and him keeping you warm, he obviously does look pretty cool, but let's go over some stuff that he can do for you. Maybe if you just didn't want to ride him, you want to keep him in your base. So Arsox's work suitability is he has level 2 kindling and level 1 lumbering. Not the best, really. I guess if you want him just strictly for the kindling, level 2 is not bad at all. But other than that, he doesn't really do too much more for the base. The level 1 lumbering just isn't really worth it, in my opinion. If you can have level 2 or level 3, or in some cases level 4 on some really good pals, then it's just, why would you ever want to take Arsox into that? His attack and his defense, mine's leveled, but it's a pretty decent attack and defense, even at the lower levels. So Arsox is pretty good, but alright, I mean, I don't know what else we would really talk about when it comes to him. The format of these videos might change. This is the first one of the series, so this is kind of more or less a test. I might do, in future videos, I could do fighting with them to show you how the abilities are going to work in combat. But yeah, I mean, do you guys like Arsox? Have you tamed him in your worlds, and do you think that he is very useful? I feel like people will find amazing uses for him when exploring the winter biomes. If you really want to go to the snow biome, Arsox is probably the one to take. Obviously, you can get some gear, but if you don't want to take the time to farm that gear and you'd like to get here early, take your boy Arsox. Alright guys, well, let me know who you want to see next. I have a few in the line that I'm going to do, but if you guys want to see some others, or maybe you have some ideas of how I can make these videos a little better for you, maybe there's something that I missed that you'd like me to talk about in the future, let's say Arsox or certain pals that I do videos on get a nerf or a buff or something like that. If it's a very noticeable one, then I will go back and do like a recap video of them. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope this helped. See ya.